Hey and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News show. Let's begin with our daily news. Rasmus Hojlund set to travel to Manchester today for Man United medical. Atalanta striker Rasmus Hojlund will travel to the United Kingdom for his Manchester United medical today, reports the Athletic journalist David Ornstein. A deal worth €85 million has been agreed between both clubs, with the player set to sign a 5-year contract, including an option to extend the deal by another 12 months. Atalanta knocked back a €60 million bid from Man United for the Denmark international, and both clubs have finally struck an agreement after an improved bid was tabled. Hojlund skipped yesterday's training in anticipation of his switch, and everything has now been concluded, with the 20-year-old only a medical away from joining the Red Devils. The Dane only joined the Serie A club last summer from Stormy Graz, ending his first season in a top European league with 8 goals and 2 assists in 31 league games. Hojlund also notched 5 goals in 2 games during the European Championship 2024 qualifiers in March, including a hat-trick against Finland. Man United were impressed enough to splash the cash given Hojlund's huge potential. Red Devils manager Erik ten Hag has bolstered his squad with the additions of Mason Mount from Chelsea and Andre Onana from Inter Milan, and the Atalanta striker is set to become his latest summer signing. It remains to be seen whether Man United will make further additions before the transfer window shuts, but they have done some incredible business to date. Hojlund has been widely tipped to hit the ground running in the Premier League. He will likely miss the next friendly games against Lens and Athletic Bilbao, but should be ready for action when they face Wolverhampton Wanderers in their Premier League opener on August 14. Manchester United set to make a decision on Mason Greenwood. Manchester United will announce their decision on the future of Mason Greenwood in the next 2 weeks, reports the Daily Mail. The Red Devils have been conducting an internal investigation since the English striker had charges of attempted rape and assault against him dropped by the Crown Prosecution Service in February. Man United suspended Greenwood in January 2022 after his arrest, and he has been unable to play for the club and train with his teammates at Carrington since then. The 21-year-old has 2 years left on his contract, with the option of another 12 months, and the Red Devils want to quickly resolve his future before the new season begins. They can choose to terminate his deal, sell or loan him out, or reintegrate him into the squad. However, it's widely believed that Greenwood's chances of ever playing for Man United again are very slim, despite seeing the charges against him dropped. The club's women's team is reportedly against his return, while members of the United Women's Supporters Club also echo the same view. A decision over his future is now imminent, and it will be intriguing to see what the club's conclusion is. Man United appear to have moved on and are already close to securing a deal for Atalanta striker Rasmus Hojlund. Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial can also play the number 9 role, and Greenwood could struggle to break into the team if he returns. He has missed 11 months of training and was not involved in the preseason preparations, and it could take months before he gets up to speed once he returns to action. Manchester United's Andre Onana speaks out about Harry Maguire's situation. Manchester United goalkeeper Andre Onana has spoken about the Harry Maguire situation, which has taken social media by storm over the last few hours. During the aftermath of a poor giveaway by the United defense, after Onana pulled off the save, the goalkeeper made his feelings about the incident clear and seemed to have harsh words with the United defender. Speaking to United's official club channels, Onana was asked about the incident between the pair and was keen to say how highly he rates the Englishman. He said, "I try to talk to them a lot because I know he is a good player. He is one of the captains of the team, that's big, and he is good with the ball, so I would demand from him a lot, and he is a great guy." The former Cameroonian international goalkeeper has been ahead so far with the United fans as his long range of passing, command of his box, and his leadership qualities have made him an instant hit with the fans. It seems his manager is also a big fan of his. When asked prior to the game against Borussia Dortmund what would Onana bring to the side, Ten Hag was full of praise for the 26-year-old. Going forward into the new season, Onana could well be exactly the kind of goalkeeper Maguire needs to be able to thrive at United. The risk taking that Onana does, whether that's with or without the ball, is a joy to watch, and his proactiveness of his line could, in theory, help Maguire and negate the Englishman's lack of pace and agility. Erik ten Hag thinks Manchester United player is now in very good vibe. Manchester United winger Jadon Sancho has been praised by boss Erik ten Hag after the defeat to Borussia Dortmund. Sancho wasn't able to get on the score sheet against his former club, but Ten Hag is still happy with him. Ten Hag has told the Manchester Evening News that he feels Sancho is in a very good vibe right now. Sancho isn't all that different from his Dortmund days in the eyes of Ten Hag, even if the numbers suggest otherwise. Ten Hag did, though, call on Sancho to be more consistent, believing he still has to take his game to a higher level yet. He said, "The Bundesliga is perfect preparation for the Premier League. It's tougher in the Premier League. I saw many games at Dortmund, and Jadon is not such a different player in Dortmund as he is here, but also for him, he has to get more consistency in his performance, but he has to do it at a higher level. At this moment, he is in a very good vibe. He decides how he is, how his mood and vibe is. He has a lot of energy. We have all seen that from the moment he came back, he wants to enjoy football and be successful." Sancho appeared to be a vital signing for United when a £73 million move from Borussia Dortmund went through in 2021. How could United fans not be excited? 50 goals and 64 assists in 137 Dortmund games was a simply outstanding record, and many were excited to see him in the Premier League. Sancho hasn't replicated that success though, managing only 12 goals and 6 assists in 79 games for United. A player can't be judged on numbers alone, but Sancho certainly hasn't been having the impact he had at Dortmund. Sancho sometimes appeared to take the safe option in a United shirt, though we have seen patches of his brilliance. Now heading into his third season at United, Sancho needs to deliver soon. Nottingham Forest will only sign one goalkeeper in a transfer saga. Nottingham Forest will reportedly only sign one goalkeeper this summer as the Premier League club pursues deal for both Dean Henderson and Matt Turner. Fabrizio Romano believes Forest are only interested in a sole number one and want to complete a deal this week for their new goalkeeper. Romano alleges the protracted nature of the move for Henderson lies with Manchester United. Old Trafford officials were unwilling to confirm Henderson's sale at the same time as David De Gea's departure from the club, without a prospective new goalkeeper joining first. A deal for Andre Onana was eventually struck with Inter Milan to provide Erik ten Hag with his undisputed number one, or more accurately, number 24, which subsequently enabled the club to continue with Henderson's own move. Forest had evidently grown frustrated with the delay, however. Romano states Forest officials have been trying to reach an agreement since day one of this transfer window, with Henderson their number one target. The recent move for Turner suggests this may no longer be true. Forest and Arsenal have reportedly agreed on the nature of a potential move for the American, a permanent transfer, states Romano. This contrasts the loan deal with an obligation to buy Forest are seeking for Henderson's services. It's debatable whether this is a genuine shift in approach by Forest or rather a negotiating tactic to put further pressure on United. An appearance clause is reportedly the major point of concern between Forest and United. with the Nottinghamshire club keen to provide themselves with an assurance valve should Henderson's thigh injury suffer an unexpected setback. United, on the other hand, are adamant in their desires for a permanent transfer. Henderson has publicly criticized the club previously and, as an academy graduate, represent a treasure trove from a financial fair play perspective. The club will be as happy to see Henderson relocate to Nottingham as the goalkeeper himself. Man United eyeing surprise move for Everton defender Jared Brandthwaite. Manchester United are considering a surprise move for Everton centre-back Jared Brandthwaite, according to Daily Mail journalist Simon Jones. The Red Devils have already signed Mason Mount and Andre Onana to bolster the midfield and goalkeeper department for next season. There is also a deal in place with Atalanta for Rasmus Hojlund. The Dane should be a quality upgrade on Anthony Martial for the number 9 role. In recent days, the club have been linked with a move for a defensive midfielder, but there are suggestions that a centre-back could also be signed. Jones has revealed that Brandthwaite is a surprise target for the Red Devils, having impressed the scouts during his season-long loan at PSV Eindhoven. The 21-year-old had a productive loan stint at PSV last term. He was initially a backup player for them, but became a constant starter after the World Cup. The centre-back ended the campaign with 37 appearances to his name. The England under-21 international had a passing accuracy of 87%. Defensively, he averaged 1 tackle, 1.4 interceptions, and 3.4 clearances for the Eredivisie Giants. He also won an impressive 2.3 aerial duels per appearance. Aside from this, Brandthwaite also made 6 goal contributions. The youngster has yet to prove himself in the Premier League with just 10 outings thus far. However, he had one memorable moment in 2021, scoring a late equalizer against Chelsea on the road. Brandthwaite can't be judged on one season in the Eredivisie, but we won't be surprised if United make an approach to sign him from the Toffees this month. Erik ten Hag likes to work with upcoming talent. The Dutchman may have the belief that he can get the best out of the England youth international at United. With 2 years left on his contract, the Toffees are prepared to sell him for £20 million. Manchester United are keeping tabs on Jean-Claire Todibo. Manchester United are said to be monitoring the situation around Nice defender Jean-Claire Todibo. Fabrizio Romano mentioned United's interest in an interview with the United Stand. He said, "I think Todibo remains one of the players they appreciate. People remember that we mentioned the French market when Man United were looking for a new centre-back, and he was one of them. They have always been regularly following Todibo, who did very well with Nice. He is one of the players they are tracking, and they had some contact. It was the end of May, beginning of June. Todibo would be an excellent addition to Erik ten Hag's side. He is an elite passer of the player, facilitating the build-up. His aggressive approach to defending disrupts the opposition's attack and helps his team to win back the ball quickly." Romano goes on to say, "Let's see if they will reactivate that, but again, depends on Maguire. It's not a priority now." United are open to the sale of Harry Maguire, with West Ham United as one of the interested buyers. The Hammers are reportedly preparing a second bid for Maguire. Their first offer, worth £20 million, was rejected by United. Maguire's high salary is proving to be a hindrance, as no club is willing to pay that amount for a player of his ability. Man United pressing to sign Sofiane Amrabat from Fiorentina at their own price. Manchester United are pressing to sign Fiorentina midfielder Sofiane Amrabat for €25 million, according to Gazzetta dello Sport. The Red Devils recently reached an agreement to sign Atalanta striker Rasmus Hojlund. The Dane is set to become their third summer signing after Mason Mount and Andre Onana. Amrabat is the next player on their radar, and it's claimed that the club prefer to land him at their own price. They are pressing to sign the Moroccan for €25 million. This is currently below Fiorentina's asking price, of 30 million euros for Mrabat. The Serie A outfit would accept 25 million euros plus add-ons, but are not keen on United's current offer. United are yet to meet the demands of the Serie A outfit, but Gazzetta dello Sport believe they could step up their pursuit amid the fresh interest from Saudi giants Al Hilal. The Red Devils have been handling one transfer at a time. They initially focused on negotiating a deal with Chelsea for Mount before opening talks with Inter Milan for Onana. This was followed by discussions with Atalanta for Hojlund. The club have now secured a verbal agreement for the striker, which has turned their focus to Mrabat. Mrabat would be a fantastic signing for United. He has developed into a top quality defensive midfielder. The 26-year-old has excelled with his strong distribution and hold up play. The Moroccan is also good in keeping possession. Last season, he was dispossessed 7.2 times per league game. In comparison, Casemiro lost the ball on 13 occasions per outing. If he were to join United, manager Erik ten Hag would have strong competition for the number 6 role, which has been missing with inconsistency of Fred and Scott McTominay. Mrabat has already agreed personal terms in principle with United, with a small margin in the valuation, 5 million euros. It should only be a matter of time before the club secures a deal for him. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.